morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Gemma and I am losing weight following the Slimming World plan. Today is the 27th of October. I'm off work with the kids this week. It's absolutely pelting it down outside. Kayla's awake but Stephen and Alex are still asleep. So I've pushed myself to come down and do some exercise. Excuse my bingo wings. I were going to wear a t-shirt but it's really warm now, so I've got like a vest top on. So we're going to do Tone It Up, but it looks like there's been problems with new Tone It Up on my online classes, so there's no music, it must be copyrighted. So I'm going to do clubber size instead, and then I'm going to get some breakfast. I want to do some batch cooking today. I'm having some chairs delivered, just rubbishy bits and bobs in the house really, just getting organised, and then depending on whether hopefully we'll go in Elsica tomorrow, so but I will let you know. I'll film a bit of the exercise. I ain't got any makeup on, just I've put eyeliner on because I look like a fly if not. So I will film a little bit of exercise and pop it on. But yeah, you'll have to excuse the fat arms out, but it is what it is. So that was 60 minutes of high intensity cardio and I loved every minute of it. I was just thinking back to when I was exercising at home. If you weren't watching me then, before the kids went back to school in September, we were doing exercise in the morning. And since then, I've lost like over a stone, dropped a dress size, and me energy levels and my fitness levels are so much better, and it just is, I mean obviously I've been going classes but it just feels different because in classes you've got a lot of fit people outside you, so I never stand out as the fit one kind of thing. I'm just at the back doing my own thing. But at home, compared to how I felt when I did this class last at home, I just feel 100% better. So I know things are moving in the right direction, and I was a bit worried about my choices yesterday because obviously I had that brioche burger, and I just felt a bit like I'd jeopardised things even though I'd sinned it. But then I've weighed myself this morning and the scales are in my favour. So whatever I did yesterday, it was the right thing to do. And I woke up this morning, started looking at social media, and I just thought, oh, I can't be bothered to go up. Shall I just chill out? Put some Alienist on Netflix, and I just thought, no, just get your arse up, go and do some exercise, get a shower and do some batch cooking. I just thought, because if you're not, you're just going to be in a slump all week with you being off. So I did push myself, and I feel so much better for it. So I'm just going to have some Weetabix now because I think it's probably about 10 o'clock now. Yeah, 10 to 10. So I'm going to just have some Weetabix. Because I haven't done any batch cooking or anything yet. Obviously I'm picking them at Five Guys up later. So I'm going to have some Weetabix, get a shower, get ready for the day. I've got loads of clothes to put away, wash it to empty, and then I will catch up with you when I start doing any batch cooking or anything. So, like I said, I'm having the Morrison's wheat biscuits for my Healthy Extra B, semi-skim milk for my Healthy Extra A, and a sprinkling of Canderel, which is sin-free, as long as you don't have it over a tablespoon. I'm already down my first dilute juice, which is sin-free. I'm going to try and have 2 of them, and then I'll possibly have 2 Diet Cokes as well. But I'll obviously show you what I eat and drink today. I'm all dressed. I've just got a big baggy jumper on and baggy jeans because obviously we're not really doing much. Steve's just sorting kids some dinner out. I'm going to have something to eat in a bit. Got all washing in the background, sorting all that out. And I'm just going to start batch cooking. I'm going to do a chilli first. So the chilli I'm going to do is the JD seasoning ones, which is totally sin free. Usually I use the Schwartz mix, which I think 6.5 sins. So it'll be good to do a sin free one. I usually only use 1 tin of tomatoes, but the recipe does say to use 2. So I'm going to follow the recipe as it stands. I don't put any beans in mine, I don't like it, so I'll be using a full punnet of mushrooms, a cup of onions and a cup of peppers, and then obviously 2 tin tomatoes. So it's a very speedy chilli. Just to say as well, the mince I use is the 5% mince, so that is totally sin free on the plan. So I'm trying to do my batch cooking on this silly hob, because obviously mine's broke, but I'm having a kitchen fitted in a couple of weeks and I'm not buying another one, so I've just bought this to keep us going, but it's not the best. I've got it on full whack now and it's taking forever. So I have added full punnet of mushrooms, loads of peppers and loads of onions, so it's so speedy, this chilli. Once that's cooked down a bit, I'm going to add the mince. Once that's cooked, I'm going to just pour in the JD seasonings, which is obviously totally sin free, and then the 2 chopped tomatoes, tablespoon of tomato puree, and then just leave it to simmer for a while. If it's going to simmer, it just doesn't look like it's doing anything. After I've cooked this, I want to do a corned beef hash. I want to put another rice pudding on the go, and I do need to have some dinner as well, so I'll let you know. So there it is, simmering away. I've decided actually I'm going to have this for dinner, so it'll be totally sin free, and I'm going to do a few wedges in the active fry to go with it. So I'm going to pop them on now. They'll take 29 minutes, so I'm going to let this simmer for 29 minutes, and that will be my din-dins. So you'll have to excuse all the noise. I've got the active fry in the background, and I'm just about to just prepare my next batch cook for when the chilli's done. So I'm using this big pan, and I'm going to fill it with plenty of speed food and free food, and then I've got the corned beef. I'm making corned beef hash, and it's 3 sins for that full tin. So I'm just going to layer it up. I don't peel potatoes, I just chop and dice them, so I'll show you. So there we are, that's the bottom layer of the pan done. Now I'm going to chop up the broccoli. And that is the second layer. I just basically sliced the broccoli. I might, because it's quite a big thing this, I might put a bit of cauliflower in, or sprouts as well. Whatever speed you've got can go in a corned beef hash. And then I'm going to add the mushrooms. I'm going to put a bit more speed in this. So I've added a few florets of cauliflower, which I've sliced up, and about 5 sprouts, which I've just chopped, just for that extra speed. I'm going to add some onions now. I've ended up adding rest at pack, just because I'm using this big thing, so I'll get loads of portions out of this. Won't have much corned beef in, but it'll be a speedy option. Obviously, I've got the 3 potatoes in as well, so it can't be used as an SPD, but definitely speedy and will help maximise weight loss. And that's the mushrooms added. I was going to add more, but I just can't be bothered to cut them. So I'm going to make some stock up now and add that. I'm going to be adding 3 teaspoons, don't know why there's a battery there, 3 teaspoons of Bisto, which would be 3 sins, a beef stock pot, which is sin free, a beef oxo cube, which is sin free, and then a good slug of Worcestershire sauce, and then I'm going to add it to that. It's going to be a pint's worth, and then you just simmer it on the hob for about an hour. So this is dinner today. I've got sin-free active fry wedges, sin-free chilli, which is packed full of speed food, and I've used the JD seasonings, chili con carne mix, which is totally sin-free, and it serves up to 6 people. So I'm going to batch the rest up and keep it in the fridge and some in the freezer. So yeah, this is dinner all sin-free. Just to say as well, if you did want to try any of the JD seasonings, which I've been very impressed with, and I'm quite a fussy eater, you can use my code, which is PEACEGOOD20, and that will give you 20% off any of your orders, but I will pop it up on screen anyway. So the chilli is done. I've got all the Tupperware ready for the corned beef ash for when that's done, but it's going to be quite a while on top of that little hob thing. So I'm just setting off the rice pudding, which takes around 3 hours, 3 to 3.5. I don't know why, but it's different every time. It's slightly different. It depends how thick you want it though. So I always put it on for 2 hours, stir it, put it on for another hour, and then decide whether it needs another half an hour or not. So that is 120 grams of pudding rice, and then I'm just going to put a full jug of milk in. So 1,000 mils of milk, so I'm going to get that now. Then I'm going to be adding 4 tablespoons of sweetener. This is optional, but I like my rice pudding to be sweet. And I know if I add 4 now, it makes 4 portions, so I'll make it half a tin per portion. Then I'm going to be adding a teaspoon of caramel, I can't see it, caramel flavouring, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I prefer the salted caramel, but I can't seem to find it. But this is going to be the last teaspoon of this as well, so I'm going to have a look for some. Then give it a stir, pop it on high for 2 hours, and then we'll come back and give it another stir. When you stir it after 2 hours, it does stick to the bottom, so I always use a metal spoon just so you can like scrape it, and then give it a stir. You don't want to take your lid off and stir it more than once because it'll not cook. It'll take longer. So pop the lid on, pop it on high, and that's it for 2 hours. So it's 1:30. I'm still batch cooking and getting sorted. I'm waiting for a delivery, and then I'm going to take my bike to be fixed, take some stuff back to IKEA, and pick up the Five Guys for tea, which I'm not having. And this is going to be 4 sins, taking me up to 4 sins for the day so far. So that's the corned beef hash done. It's about an hour. So I'm going to portion that up and see how many portions I get. Obviously it's 6 sins in total because it's 3 sins for corned beef and 3 sins for the bisto mix that I've put in. So 6 sins in total. So quite big portions actually. I could have portioned it into lesser a portion, but I've done 4, which makes it 1.5 sins each. I might change my mind later and get another 2 portions out of it to make it 1 sin each, but I'll see, because these are quite deep, these. But yeah, I'll decide later. But for now, the 1.5 sins. Excuse the state, we've got bits all over from these, but the chairs have just been delivered. Steve's just popping them together. So they're asphalt with oak-looked legs, and they were a bargain from Jysk. They were £25 each, so we've got 4 of them. And then with the new table when it arrives, which is solid pine, it's got a bench, so we'll have the 2 chairs at one side, 1 at each end, and then a bench. We might put like 2 in my office until we need them, and just keep them for like when we've got guests, when we have guests, when COVID's over. But I think they're spot on for £25 them, and they're going to look right good with new kitchen when it's fitted. So the kids are eating their Five Guys, and I'm just warming some corned beef hash up, which will be 1.5 sins. I've had 4 sins, so it'll take me up to 5.5 sins. I have pinched a couple of chips, but I'm very proud of myself that I haven't ordered a burger because they look amazing. So here we are, 1.5 sins. So me and Steve are going to settle down and watch a film now. I'm having a little bar, which is 5 sins, and green and blacks milk chocolate with butterscotch, which is 4 sins. So I'm finishing on my 15 sins. I've probably gone slightly over because I did pinch a few chips off them, but I've still made the right decisions today, so I'm quite happy. I didn't eat all that corned beef hash, it was far too much. I should have portioned it in small portions. But yeah, and I didn't really fancy it, so I've just ate for sustenance really. Tomorrow we are going out for the day, and dinner is more likely going to be off plan, but it's something that I had planned for with me having the week off. We're hoping to go to Whitby's fish and chip shop, and yeah, if all goes well, if not, it were a little cafe where we're going out for the day. I'm hoping weather holds off for us, but it's been raining all day today, but we can't be stuck in the house again, so we're going to have a nice day out. Getting fed up, yeah, definitely. So, but yeah, we've had a good day. We've took my bike to be sorted. I'm picking that up Thursday. They can sort it out for me, so that's good. We've had the chairs delivered. We've took the stuff back to IKEA. Everyone's been trekked to a Five Guys except for me. And I've got all my batch cooking done, so good day. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch up with you all tomorrow. Bye.
Can you like, comment and subscribe to my mummy?